Hello everyone, welcome to our first session on the FortiGate Firewall from scratch. My name is Yati and I will be your instructor for this course. I have been working in the networking and security domain for several years with hands-on experience in technologies like firewalls, routing, switching, SD-WAN, cloud networking, and many more. I have trained and guided professionals as well as students, and my focus has always been on making concepts simple and practical. I strongly believe that learning is most effective when we connect theory with the real world examples in the labs. And that's exactly how this course is designed. In this batch, we will start from very basics of the firewalls and what they are, why they matter, and how they have evolved. Gradually, we will move step by step into FortiGate configurations, real labs, policies, VPN, security profile, troubleshooting, and some advanced features. By the end of this course, you will not only understand the concept but also gain the practical skills to work on FortiGate firewalls confidently in real environments. So let's make this a very interactive and engaging journey together. I encourage you to ask questions, share your thoughts, and participate actively. Remember, there are no silly questions in learning, and this class is a safe space for explore and grow. So here in this course, we are going to discuss about the complete idea about what we exactly we have in these sessions and what we will discuss. So let me show you first. Okay, before going to start today's sessions, I will ask you for the introductions for, let me check the how many students are available right now. So I see right now 43 students are available. So what I can do now, let's skip the introduction sessions. We will introduce one by one in the coming sessions. So it will not waste our big bunch of time, right? So it will be good for we will discuss start from the second lecture, so it will be easy and we all are the introduce each other in the coming sessions. So I hope let's start the sessions now. So let me show you the course content before moving to the our actual lecture of this today and the coming sessions. So before starting the our this batch, we will discuss about the introduction sections, and I will show you the how the lab will work and all the things. So this is the our brochure for the our FortiGate from the scratch, FortiGate firewall from the scratch, and here in this course we will completely discuss about the lab and all the things. Even we will do the practical how we can perform. So first we start with the basics of the firewall that contain the what is the firewall and how we can set up the firewall in the infrastructure, and we also discuss about the FortiGate, how the firewall is looks like and what is the number of the interfaces and the other schema of the firewalls. So we will discuss about the complete data sheet of the firewall for one of the model, and we will also discuss about the different models. Then we'll discuss about the concept of the firewall, how we can do the initial configurations. Suppose then we have ordered one firewall and we received at our office, then how we can start from this scratch, right? So we will discuss here in this section. Then we'll focus on the routing, security, and the net policies. Security in the net policies, we completely focus on the all the areas of the networking, like what is the static net, what is the dynamic net, and what is the port address and translations. And also, and we will discuss about the twice net as well in this section. And here, not only we discuss, we will do the practical for each and every items, and we will try to understand how exactly the packet flowing using the network address translation and all the things. Then we will discuss about the VPN like site-to-site VPN, remote access VPN. Then we will configure about the VPNs differences between the what is the IK1, IK2, and many more things. Then come to the deployment part. Here we will discuss about the transparent firewalls and what is the meaning of the virtual file setup. We also do the deployment of the firewall and then move to the our high availability sections. And here we will discuss about the what is the meaning of the active active setup and what is the meaning of the active passive setup and how we can configure it. So whatever the sections I'm showing here that are completely hands-on, we will do the lab for each and every topic here. Then we'll discuss about the small basic topics of the firewall like the administrative features, admin profile, and like centralized management. Of course, this part only the this part centralized management we will go with the theory sessions only because it's not possible nowadays because FortiGate made some changes at their end, so we are not able to do the practical for this one because we need a license and we don't have for that. Then this is one of the important topic we are going to discuss here, that is the security profiles. So we will do this practical completely on the actual infrastructure, actual live firewalls, that is the license firewalls. We will do practical how we can do the get the license. I will discuss here. Or if you want to know in the advance, you can go and check my YouTube video that is already available how to get the permanent evaluations license. And second, I also you can get the actual license as well at free of cost. You can check my YouTube video. But here we will discuss about the what is the meaning of the applications control, antivirus, file filtering, and web filtering in details. Something I missed out to mention here, like uh, many other profiles are available, but we will discuss here. And then we will talking about the advanced topics, virtual domains, interface redundancy, and then we'll move to the operations items like backup and the restore, factory reset and the firmware upgrade, and then one of the key concept, that is the parallel path processing. Might be someone have a question related to why this mention at the end, parallel path processing. So this is the actually a traffic flow. Initially when you working on the any infrastructure, right? So or you're working on the firewalls, you need to know about the how exactly traffic flow in the this vendor or this product, so it will be easier to implement, right? So why I put it at the end, because I know around 35 students out of the 41, 35 students are the fresher, they are learning first time firewall, right? So if I discuss initially at the initial classes in first or the second lectures, might be people are afraid to understand about the policies, NAD and all the things. Got it? So that is the reason I will keep this item at the end. And there is another reason. Once you have idea about the what is the meaning of the security policies, what is the meaning of the applications control, what is the meaning of the netting and all things, if you have an idea about, then it will be easier to understand. Okay, of course, this is one of the key concepts out there, and you have to aware of the product traffic flow. If you are not aware of the traffic flow, so it will be hard to manage. It will be hard to troubleshoot. Got it? So this is the course content, by the way, and then I will show you one more item, that is the lab we are going to perform each and every practical in this section. So you can see we have a two firewalls in the organization, and this is my partner company. That is, we have another firewall, and you can see we have a Linux machines, Windows machines, and the other user machine as well. So we will able to perform each and every practical in this section. So it will be easier for you, and after learning, I make sure you, after learning this course, you will be eligible if you practice each and every sections, and you will go through my complete theory sessions, and also the sum of the theory I put on our portal, right? So it will be easier to understand, and it will be easier for you guys. So once you go through the complete idea about the whatever they discuss in the last 5 to 10 minutes, so after completion of this course, I I'm assuming you will be eligible and you will be equivalent to the 2 years of the experience in the FortiGate firewalls. Okay, I already provided the lectures or attempted the classes, and I already provided the training to the 100 plus students in the FortiGate classes. And I know many students are placed in the good companies right now. I'm not telling only they placed based on the FortiGate only, but actually they learn many other items as well. But one of the key items, as I know, I give the complete idea about the FortiGate firewalls. I also give you the idea about the what is the meaning of the security policies, what is the meaning of the security profiles, what is the net, and all the things. So once you completed the FortiGate firewalls, right? After that, you want to learn the any other product like checkpoint firewalls, Palo Alto firewall or Cisco firewall. So it will be easier for you because you already know about the concept. You just need to understand about the how other vendor is works, right? So let's discuss today's lecture. Let's discuss today's lecture. First, I don't want to waste your time here. So let me move to the our. So first thing, what is the firewall? This is one of the first questions. Even you will go for the interview, this questions will come at the first place. What is firewall? So let me give you the example before explaining the firewall. Imagine you are imagine your house has door and windows. To keep it safe, you lock the doors and decide who can enter. Right. A firewall works the same way for your network. It allows good traffic in and blocks harmful traffic and monitors everything that comes and goes. Understood? I hope you understand what exactly the meaning of this one. So let me mention in that some technical way. A firewall is a network security device or appliance or software that monitor and controls incoming and outgoing network traffic based on predetermined security rules. So last wording, that is, I mentioned the predetermined security rules. That means whatever we allowed or denied is only work based on it. Got it? The primary purpose of is to act as a barrier between a trusted network and an untrusted network, like the internet. So let me give you the example for this. Let's take an example. This is my firewall, and this is my internet, and let's consider it's directly connected to the firewall, and firewall is connected to the switch here in the my internal network. Let's understand this is my core switch, and it's connected with the multiple switches here. Let's consider this is my access layer switches, and further there is connected with the user computers and server and many more items that we will discuss in the coming sessions, right? Now what happened, the primary purpose is to act as a barrier. So barrier, you can understand, right? Whenever we're traveling, like, so we see on the yellow color barriers on the road and all the things, right? The same thing, this firewall also is a barrier between the traffic flow between my internal network and the external network. So when we're talking about the internal network, that is my office network that we call as the internal network. And when we're talking about the internet outside my office, that is my external network. This is the generic terms. You also see the untrusted word for this one and trusted for this one. Why we said this is trusted? Because this is our organization, right? And all the employees who are sitting, we already know each and every one, right? And we know all this who is sitting in this my organization, they are highly workable employees and they are trying to building our organizations, okay, and just looking for the growth of the organizations, right? So we know nobody do the misbehave within the organizations. That is the reason we call it as a trusted. But this is the untrusted area because we don't know who is available at the which place. We are not sure, right? There's malicious people are available, hackers are available, intruders are there. So you can understand they can do whatever want with the internet. If everything is allowed on the my firewall is or in the my organizations, they can crash my server or they can steal my information from the my internal network. Whatever the things they can do, they will try to do with our servers. That is the reason we are placing the firewalls to prevent from the outside. Like we are hanging the lock, right? Like we lock our gates at home, right? The same thing is done by the firewall in that case. So I hope you understand what is the meaning of the firewall, why we are using, and what is the meaning of the external network, what is the meaning of the internal network. Also, we call it trusted and untrusted, right? So let me come to the another sections here. We have a three type of the firewalls: hardware firewalls, software firewalls, and the cloud-based firewalls. So let's try to understand what is the meaning of the all three patterns. So when we talking about the hardware firewall, so what happened exactly? You ordered a one firewall. Okay, we are discussing about the FortiGate. So you discuss with the Fortinet. Fortinet is the organizations, right? And FortiGate is the product that we are learning right now. So you discuss with the Fortinet vendor and ask them, we are looking for one firewall and the requirement is blah blah blah. Right, we will discuss about the what are the requirements are there in the coming sessions. But right now, we ask them, this is our requirement. Okay, FortiGate said, okay, we will provide the FortiGate firewall. You need to buy the license and all the things. So this, whatever the who's called to the Fortinet, they explain each and everything. This guys understand, right? And now he said, okay, order this box to the my office, and this is the address, and we will make the payment once we generate the you generated the invoice to us. Okay, they agree and they sell the firewall to the organizations. Now the firewall is come like a one of the box, right? Okay, they delivered a FortiGate box to our office. Like this is model, let's consider 100. They delivered us, right? Now we can touch this firewall and see this is a one of the metal boxes there and multiple items are there inside this box. So metal box is delivered to my office. So we call it a hardware firewalls, right? Now let's talk about the software firewall. Same thing. We will discuss with the FortiGate and ask them, we are looking for one firewall, but I already have hardware or I already have some of the space where I can install your software, FortiGate software. So can easily, I don't need any hardware for that one. So FortiGate say, okay, do one thing, just go to the our portal, create your credentials, create your profile, and then pay the amount. We will deliver the license to you, license and the other software is free of cost. You can download from the my website. You need to pay for the license part. Company said they we have already have a one hardware, metal box is already available here, and we divide it like might be heard about the VMware ASI host and all the things, right? So here we have logical boxes are available. So I got the image from the FortiGate and I install here. Once we install, we have a GUI portal is there, right? And we install the license and other things. Of course, we will discuss this item in the coming sessions, but my intention here is just give you the idea about the what is the meaning of the software firewall, right? Third thing is the cloud-based firewall. Again, cloud-based firewall is you can sub part of the software firewall on because we already have a machine available on the cloud, right? We just need to install the our whatever the software provided by the FortiGate and we can use that one. So this is the basically three types of the firewalls we have. One is the hardware firewall and the another one is the software firewall and third one is the cloud-based firewall. I hope you understand about this one. So let's discuss about the okay. I know you have a questions. Wait, Mudit, you can just give the questions. I know the other peoples will not able to listen the questions whatever the you asking because this is a webinar, right? And we restricted people, so they will not able to hear the other people's, right? So no worries, I will take the question before closing today's sessions because today we are going to discuss about the mostly theoretical sessions, so do not worry about it. Okay, so let's discuss about the key function of the firewalls. So I have mentioned the four or five items here. That is the key concept, right? So let's discuss about the what is the key concept here or key functions of this one. So first thing, key function is the packet filtering. So let's consider what is the meaning of the packet filtering is. Packet filtering is nothing but analyzing packets. So let's consider this is my firewall connected with the internet. Here someone is sitting in the my organization. Let's consider this is user A. Now, whenever the traffic is passing from this to outside, so what my firewall do? It will analyze the traffic based on the information. I will discuss about the what are the information is containing and how it's actually understand and how it can analyze the packets. We will discuss about it. But basically, let's consider for now the user is going right now, and let's consider he say, okay, user A is coming now, is checking the rules and all the things. A user A is allowed, so let's send him out. Understood. So that is the meaning of the packet filtering. Based on the packets, whatever the traffic is coming to the firewall, it will analyze this is allowed or not. Based on this pre-configured security rules or configured by our network administrator, it will take actions and send out. Second thing, the stateful inspection. So stateful inspection is one of the technology, by the way, and one of the good feature is there. But let's wait for a few minutes. I have a good amount of time to explain these items. Okay, right now, because multiple things are we are going to discuss today, so don't worry about this one. We will discuss completely about the what is the meaning of the statistical inspection and all the things. So just wait for a few more minutes. Let's move to the proxy services. Proxy services also we will discuss in the detail in today's session only. Let's discuss about these two ideas first. So network address translation. So what is the meaning of the network address translations? Actually, let me give the basic idea about the meaning of the network address translations. Right. So what is the meaning of the actually the network address translation is network address translation is actually hiding the internal IP address by mapping them to another IP address. So what is the meaning of this one? So this user, let's consider, is a X and want to access the Y. Okay, some of the website is available on the Y and this is the X. So what my firewall do whenever the traffic is coming to the towards the firewall, okay, firewall check this rules is allowed, right? So it change this IP address to A and send to the Y. So whenever the traffic is reaching at the Y, so Y understand the traffic is coming from the A, okay, and he don't know about the actual traffic is coming from the X. So first thing, there is multiple reasons to use the network address translations, but one of the security reason also we can say one of the reason of the security as well. But we will discuss in detail why we are using the network address translations, what is the meaning of the network address translation, what is the static net, dynamic net, and the for address translation. We discuss in detail and we'll do the practical as well. Next thing we'll discuss about the VPN support. VPN support is also part of this one. Secure remote connections to the network. So generally, we are able to perform the practicals in the we can able to provide the VPN support. So suppose that I have some requirement, my one office in the Delhi office and another office in the London, and immediate requirement is both are the side are connected with the internet. Okay, internet is available at the every places, right? And some sudden requirement is there from the management. We launching some services in the London, okay, and we are planning to launch some services next week in the India as well, and first we will focus on the Delhi. So we don't want to create the same services again at the Delhi locations. So can we set up some way we can directly access the whatever the services we deployed in the London? So our network administrator is the smart guy. He suggested, yes, sir, we can deploy one thing, then it will give you the immediate solutions. Okay, so what is that? So we call as a VPN, virtual private network. What is the meaning of the virtual private network, sir? I will explain you later. Okay, but right now I give you the idea. It will create a virtual path from our Delhi office to the London office, and we can able to access whatever we want. And another thing, whatever the things are running or passing via this tunnel is completely secure. So don't worry about the security. So management is happy now and they can ask, okay, we can set up these things. Of course, we will discuss in detail. It's a very big thing is that we will completely discuss for almost 6 hours for the VPN. So you will be champion after that lectures. You easily know about the what is the meaning of the VPN, how we can set up, what is the parameter, what is the PAS1, what is the PAS2, what is meaning of the IK1, IK2, and many more things. So let's discuss about the some firewall techniques. We have multiple techniques available in the firewall like stateless firewall, stateful firewall, next generation firewall, and whatever the names I mentioned on the screen, right? So every firewall has a specific meaning is there when we're talking about stateless firewall or stateful firewall, right? So there is a specific meaning are there. So let's discuss one by one and try to understand what is the meaning of this one. So let's first discuss about the stateless firewall. What is the meaning of the stateless firewall? So first thing, whenever the network started, right, router come in the market or the initial firewall in the come in the market, generally we call as a security appliances come in the market, right? So what happened that initial time, all these devices are the stateless. So what is the meaning of this stateless, right? Let's take an example. This user want to connect to the server A. okay, and this is server B. For now, this user A wants to connect with the server, so traffic will come to this firewall and sending to this one, right? So in that case, what happened? Before sending this traffic, firewall is checking the rules and all the things, right? But in case of the stateless firewall, the process is same, but it will not maintain any state. Got it? It will not maintain any state. Like a bouncer checking only your IDs. Like when I'm talking about the ID, so IP and port number against a list, not remembering, he just saw you walk out a second ago. Understood? So it will not remember your sessions, right? Once you out from here, it will not remember, right? When you come again and again checking the list. Understood? So something happened in our stateless firewall. So if I give you the idea about the technical terms of what happened here, suppose that user A wants to communicate with the server A, so check for the firewall role. Okay, source is my user and the destination is the server A. Is it allowed or not? Okay, it's allowed, so go send out, right? When whenever traffic is response back, then firewall again checking. Okay, source is now server and want to go on the user A. So it's allowed or not. So we need another rule for that one. Got it? Because it's not mention maintain any sessions for that one. It's not maintain any state of this one. So it's always thinking traffic is the fresh traffic. Understand? And we need a additional rule for that one. So I hope you understand what is the meaning of, but this is faster because it fast compared to the stateful. Okay, this is the things actually. Now we will talk about the stateful. What is the meaning of the stateful? So stateful, in case of the stateful, what happened exactly? First thing is a big evolution, right? The stateful firewall, what exactly do is that one is the big evolution in the network domain or in the especially in the security appliances. Let me tell you why. So again, Sam, let's let's discuss the same example again. This is my user A and it's want to communicate with the server B. Now traffic is initiated from the firewall. Firewall check for the rules and all the things, and if rules is available, right? It create a session table and assign a one tag to this traffic. Let's consider 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the one of the tag assigned to this one. So what happen actually when traffic is going out and coming back, right? Firewall first check the sessions. Okay, the firewall always check the sessions first in case of the stateful firewall. So now to identify, okay, this traffic is containing the session that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, so don't need to check any firewall route and allowed and send back to this one. So understand how many benefits are there. First thing, we don't need a reverse rule for that one. Okay, just we need to create a one rule for inside to outside, and whenever the traffic comes, it's allowed using the session. So we don't need a additional rule for that one. This is the one of the benefit is there, right? Second thing is more secure. It's allowed only which is going out. Got it? So it's more granular or more secure, we can say. Understand the context, prevent any spoofing or any type of the spoofing attack, especially. So this is the things, right? Now, what happened? Let me give the example for the same which I discussed in the stateful. Like the same bouncer now remembers you if you leave the club and he expect you come back through the entrance, okay, not the fire exit. He understand the state of your presence. Got it? So this is the differences between the stateful firewall. So let me give you the explanation again for this stateful. First thing is create a session, and session number is assigned to the packet, sorry, the traffic, right? So whenever the traffic is leaving and coming back from the server, so it can easily understand why we are using that one. Okay, what is the meaning of that one? So it will be easy, right? But what this is, I told you the benefits, like is much more secure, understand the context and prevent many spoofing attacks. But there is cons as well attached to this one. One is the slightly more resource intensive, so it will use high resources for that one. Understand? Now let's discuss about the another one, that is the proxy firewall. What is the meaning of the proxy firewall? So let me explain about it. What is the meaning of the proxy firewalls? So proxy firewall is nothing but actually what happened here. Cursor, by the way. Yeah, this is user A, and again we want to communicate with the user B. So what happened actually? The traffic is initiated from here and come to this one. So what happened here? Proxy server asks this user, stop your traffic here, and I will forward behalf of you. So what happened actually? So suppose that it will request here, okay, and request come to the my server, right? The proxy server, or we call as a firewall, also work as a proxy now. So what happened actually? Proxy server stop this request here and create another request on behalf of the server, okay, and treat it request initiated by here on, and traffic go to this one. Understand? So server B understand the traffic is coming from the this proxy server, right? It's not is not aware about the who's the actual source of this one. And once is the response back, so here is the two things are there. One thing, whatever the response is coming from the user, coming from the server, is cached it, right? Saved in the cache memory and response back to the server. So what happened actually? This user got the response whatever he requested. Now let's consider this user B requested for the same type of the same thing for the server B only. So request coming to this one. Okay. A request coming to this proxy server. Proxy server think about, okay, this request for the server B, I already have this information in my cache, send directly to this customer. So you can understand this is the benefit of the proxy server. It saves your bandwidth, it's secure from the external network. External network will not or not understand about the what exactly happening here, right? So this is the benefit of this one. So let's discuss about the next item is the transparent firewall. So transparent firewall is actually a L2 firewall. Basically, we use for the L2 purpose. You already have a set up something and you don't want to change anything in your infrastructure. So what happened? Just think about this firewall is not here right now, and this is your switch, and this is the router. Now you think about we want to make some security in our system. So how we can do that? So someone suggested, or network engineer is suggested, okay, just go with the deploy the sorry, firewall in our system. So few of the few of the server guys, they against them. Okay, we will not make the any changes, or we will not do the any migrations. Okay, so we don't we of course security is the one of the key aspect, but we can't do the migration this time. We have a problem, we have a timing issue, and all the things are there. There are many concerns that uh, asked to this network engineer. Okay, inform to the network engineer. Now network engineer understand, okay, don't worry, we will not make any changes, but still we will deploy the firewall. Now management asks, what is the process for that one? Okay, how you can perform this one? So he simply says, sir, we will deploy one firewall, is treat as a L2 network. Okay, treat as a L2, or we can say it works like a switch, but it will inspect each and every policies we deploy inside this one. Okay, so server is happy now, management also happy, and they deploy the firewall here. So I hope you understand what is the meaning of this one. Okay, this is the L2. Just switch the traffic from one to the another side, so it will not check for the routing and all the things, just check for the inspection what exactly traffic is flowing based on the configurations we done here. I hope you understand what is the meaning of the transparent firewall. If you not understand, just watch this video one more time. But still, if you not understand, don't worry. We'll have a complete lecture and we'll do the practical as well for the transparent firewall. So don't worry about it. So next one, we will discuss about the next generation firewall. So next generation firewall is the modern firewalls which we are using nowadays. Advanced type of the firewall that contain the multiple key features like deep packet inspections, application awareness, IPS, IDS, SSL, TLS encryptions, advanced threat preventions, and user identity aware. So I mentioned few of the items. Even we have a more items in the our actual firewalls, right? But whatever the items I mentioned here, we will do the practical for the each and every items. Okay, just keep in mind we will do each and every practical in our sessions in the coming classes. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about this. And whenever we discuss about the security profiles, we will discuss this all 6 items whatever I mentioned here. Okay, so you can understand. But just keep in mind whatever the firewalls we are using or we are learning nowadays, we are discussing about this course as well. It's used the next generation firewall only. Okay, so what is the meaning of the deep backend inspection, application awareness, IPS, IDs, and all the things we will discuss in the coming sessions. So let's jump to the another one, that is the UTM, Unified Threat Management. So this is all-in-one security solution that integrates a multiple security functions into a single platform or their device. This is also similar to the next generation firewall, but we have some limitations in the UTM. We also call it the UTM, Unified Threat Machine, and we call it the UTM as well. So here we are not going to discuss about the more about the Unified Threat Management, but of course, whatever the things used by the UTM or the key features provided by the UTM, we will discuss all the that features because they already part of the our next generation firewall. So don't worry about it. Here, like I mentioned, the email security. So of course we will discuss about the email security, but we will discuss about the other key item. What is the meaning of that one? So I will give you the some differences between these two solutions as well. What is the meaning of this one and other things. So let me discuss about the what is the meaning, what is the differences between the next generation firewall and the UTM. So primary first focus on the, so let's discuss about the first is the next generation firewall. Next generation firewall is actually advanced threat detection and the prevention with application and user awareness. But UTM is also the solutions, all in the one security solutions that simplified network protection. So we call it next generation is the advanced one, but unified, it's not like advanced, but yes, it will provide the solutions for that one. Second thing is the target audience. So next generation firewall is designed for the enterprise network, but also we can use for the small office and the medium sized office as well. But unified threat, or we call as a UTM, is designed for the small or the medium size. Okay, because it's for the simple network. We can't go with the target audience and all the things. Key features, if we are talking about the key features, we already discussed by the way, but let me explain this one more time. So we have a deep packet inspection in the next generation firewall, application control, SSL decryption, IDS, IPS, and the advanced threat preventions. But when you're talking about the UTM, combine multiple features like firewall, antivirus. So whatever the feature I mentioned in the next generation firewall, that is features also available in the UTM, but Not like that in the next generation firewall. Understand that feature is already available, but it, we can't do. We have limitations, some limitations in the UTM, but in the next generation firewall we can use in the large level. So performance. So of course we have good performance, or we call it the optimized performance for handling the high performance network and the larger volume. But we have some, we will face some problems or performance issue in the UTM if we extended our limitations here, right? We have customizations in the next generation firewall. Also we have uh, in the UTM as well, threat detections we have in the both the cases, but in the UTM we have some basic level of there, and both things are like scalability is available at the both the next generation firewall and the UTM as well. But of course we have some limitation in the UTM based on the capacity and all the things. And cost wise, cost UTM is the cost effective solutions. Okay, we have a less, we need a less cost, but when you're talking about the next generation file, we need to pay extra money for that. So this is the basic differences are there. I just discuss here because sometimes this type of the questions come in the interview or in the exam as well. So this is the thing I just want to discuss in today's sessions. Now we discuss about the questions. If you have anyway, whatever the questions I'm going to cover with you today, that not come in the recordings. Okay, don't worry about it. So let me stop the recording first and then discuss about the questions. Okay, uh, before that, what I can do, let me finish this video first. Just give me a minute, wrap up this video first, and then we will discuss about the your question and all the things. So like, let me recap the points whatever we discussed. First thing we discussed about the what is the firewall, a barrier and a protector. Then we discuss about the key functions like filtering, monitoring, enforcing. Then we will discuss about the type of the firewalls, and at the end we will discuss about the next gen differences between the next generation firewall and the UTM, right? So think for today's session as a foundation of building. From the next class onward, we will start building floor by floor configurations labs, real FortiGate operations. By the end, you will be confident not just in concept but in handling firewall proactively or firewall practical. Thanks for watching. And if you are watching this video first time, don't forget to subscribe and comment below if you have any questions. Thank you.